Watch this video to complete the Legato River Melody page from the Piano Adventures Level 1 Theory Book. Open your book to page 2. You will also want a pencil, and for this one, you should sit at your piano. This is the Legato River Melody page in your book. It is designed to go along with Little River in the lesson book. For Little River, we learned about something new. We learned about playing legato. Take a look at the top of the page where I have circled a number 1. Remember that legato means smooth and connected playing. It means that all of the sounds are attached to each other, and it's like walking our fingers on the keys. Do you remember what symbol is used in the notation of music to tell us when to play legato? The answer to that is where I've written a number 2. The slur tells us to play legato, and the slur is always written by the note heads. That means that if the heads are at the top of the note, then the slur is curved over the top of them like a rainbow. But if the note heads are at the bottom of the notes, like they are in the passage on the right, closest to the river, then the slur curves along the bottom and looks more like a smiley face. Now you might be thinking, wait a minute, isn't that what a musical tie looks like? The answer is kinda. They do look similar. They both curve in the same way. But a tie connects two notes that are the same, which means that they are on the same line or the same space. You can tell the difference between a tie and a slur because a slur connects notes that are moving, which means that you'll see notes that are on different lines and spaces. This page in your theory workbook focuses on everything to do with legato. We are going to mark up this Legato River Melody. Let's scroll down. The very first bullet point on number 1 tells us to connect the notes on each line of music with one large slur. So we're going to draw a large slur on the first line, and it will look like this. Can you draw the same on your page? Notice that there are dashed lines for you to trace the beginning and end. Next, we are going to draw a slur on line 2, but here the note heads are on the bottom, so our slur needs to be underneath them like a smiley face. Okay, we've completed the first bullet point. Let's check it off. The next bullet point says to notice the time signature. Where is the time signature? Yes, the time signature is right at the beginning of the music where it says 4/4. That tells us that there will be 4 beats in every measure of music. So we need to draw a bar line at every 4 beats. Let's do the first line together. Great. Now that we've practiced that together, I'm going to have you stop here and do line 2 on your own. Did you finish line 2? Here's how it should look. Now we've finished the second bullet point for number 1. Let's go ahead and check it off. Now, if you have any bar lines that are not in the same places as mine, you can correct them by erasing and moving them to the new location. This way, we have a bar line at every 4 beats of music. The last bullet point in number 1 asks us to draw a smiley face above every measure that has the same melody as that in measure 1. So we need to look at the melody in measure 1 to determine what it is. The first note that I see is G, and then I notice that it looks to be moving by steps down to the next line, then space, then up to the next line. So that means it says G, F, E, F. So are there other measures where the same melody exists? Well, the one right next to it looks exactly the same. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a smiley face over that one too. And so can you. Now it's your turn to work independently. Take a look at the rest of the measures in the piece. Are there any other measures where you see the melody G, F, E, F? When you find them, go ahead and mark them with a smiley face, just like the first 2 measures. And here's a hint. They are not all in the first line. Okay, if you think you have found them all, go ahead to see how I solved this. Did you find all 5 of these measures? All of these measures have the melody G, F, E, F in them. If you missed any, don't worry about it. Go ahead and put a smiley face there, and then you can check off the third bullet up above. We are ready to move on to step 2, which is below the music. It tells us to go ahead and play the song. Now we are going to sight read this song. That means that we are going to use the clap method to do it the very best that we can. C stands for clap, so let's go ahead and clap and count the rhythm together. 1, 2, ready, go. Ta, 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 ah. L stands for look at the starting notes. We already did that. We know that our left hand starts with a thumb on G and our right hand will start with a pinky on G, so you can put your hands in C scale position. A stands for pay attention to what happens next, and we have done that by looking for places where the melody repeats. Look at the measures where the melody doesn't repeat. What is happening in those measures? P stands for play. We're going to set a slow and steady rhythm, and we're not going to stop no matter what. Let's play this together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job! There's one last thing to do on this page. We are going to write in the note names for all of the other notes that we haven't yet written. Shall we do the first line together? Please take this time to work on writing the notes for line 2 on your own. Are you ready to check your work? If you need more time, just pause. Congratulations, you have checked off all of the work items for this page. I'm going to give you a check, a star, a plus, and a smiley face for a job well done.